And there he is, Dennis Bermudez. How are you today, buddy?
Here, doing pretty good. How are you now?
Episode 108 of Menace and the Man.
Wow.
Stan the Man on location in Kissimmee, Florida.
Yes, I may.
Kissimmee. Dennis Bermudez on location from Long Island, New York.
Yeah.
How's the weather right now in Long Island? It's been nice lately.
Last week, warm, nice. This week, it's like, hey, still winter.
Yeah, so I'm in Kissimmee. I got into a fight with my neighbor last night.
I want to hear all about it.
Just fucking, so Airbnb neighborhood in Orlando. Fucking guy was on something. Cocaine, PCP, something. Like something. Was out of his mind. More than beer. Like that's what the cops kept saying. This guy's on more than alcohol. And even everyone apparently at his party was saying that he just fucking flipped. Like something happened and he wasn't there. So they called the cops on him. And were like, yo, this guy's fucking going crazy, threatening everyone in the party. So 108-pound cop rolls up with his
108?
100, bro, they were both so tiny. This guy was a big black guy, probably like 6'3", probably like 6'2", my height, 6'1", probably like 220, 250, somewhere in that range. Just a big dude.
Soft, though.
Soft, doughy.
Yes.
And just screaming about how he's a gangbanger and stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God. Screaming with the cops. I'm like, this guy's going to get shot. I'm like, yo, this is going to be like some shit. And sure enough, the two cops were like afraid to do anything to him. He was screaming like, if it came down to me and you, my life versus your life, I'll fucking kill you. I'll kill you. Like screaming that type of shit to these two little cops. And they're both going nowhere near him. We're all sitting there like neighbors are out. And they're like, yo, why aren't they fucking arrested?
Well, do you think the Black Lives Matter had anything to do with the cops being like, all right, sir, just calm down. We're going to let you go.
Yeah, they didn't want to shoot him. They didn't want to shoot him. He was begging for them to shoot him.
I'm not saying they were going to shoot him.
Bro.
I'm saying, like, they could have, like, taken him down the station. Like, obviously, being a nuisance.
He was begging. He was begging them to, like, shoot him or abuse him. And he was like, it'll be on TV. Let's do it. And then he kept calling the white officer, the little guy, he kept calling him Rob Ryan. So all he kept screaming, the video I showed you, he kept calling me Rob Ryan at that point.
Rob Ronnie?
Rob Ryan. So he just keeps screaming about Rob Ryan.
And you were like, I don't know who that guy is.
Wait, no. First, I'm in the driveway. I'm like, you know.
Sorry, I cut you off. He's yelling at the cops, my life or yours.
Who is that? Oh, yeah, I was like, he's in my house right now, actually. So
that would be amazing.
Bro, he's yelling like, my life or yours, and fucking wilding the fuck out, screaming with the cop. I go upstairs, I get my cousin Anthony, and I'm like, yo, this guy's about to get shot outside. Like, some shit's going down. Comes outside. The cops, like I said, are afraid of him. They fucking leave. They literally leave this guy wilding out in the street. They're gone for 30 seconds. He starts fighting with his girlfriend's son. Another big black kid. And they're fucking screaming, fighting. The son just runs away and goes, I'm going in the house to get a knife. So I turn to my cousin Anthony like, oh shit, like shit's about to get real.
I'm getting stabbed.
This dude then goes like, get the fucking knife, get the knife. The girl's like, that's my son. So she's done with it. She walks away. I'm sitting in my driveway. I look at my cousin Anthony. I'm like, bro, this shit's
with like popcorn. Like,
yeah, like this shit's crazy. Like laughing, you know, like not even like anything. We weren't laughing even at the situation, laughing at the kid. Like we're laughing to each other. The kid walks up and goes, all this stuff is mine now. All your car and your trunk, everything. And he starts going in my trunk. I look at my cousin Anthony. I'm like, what the fuck is this kid doing? He grabs something out of my trunk. I grab it out of his hand and I put it back in my trunk. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He grabs another thing out of my trunk and says, all this shit is mine. All this shit is mine. So I'm like, wow, this guy's fucking lost right now. Like he's on some other shit. So you've seen me. I try to talk people off the ledge. I try to tell people.
Yeah, I saw you like he was like, hey, get out of my face. You're like, you're in my face.
You are in my face.
A bad video, by the way.
Just horrible. My cousin's a horrible videographer.
But you can't make anything of it. Anyways.
So I'm like, buddy.
The guy's like, get out of my face. He's like, you're in my driveway. You're in my face. He's like, back 2 feet up. Back 2 feet up. So Stan complies. He backs 2 feet up, like over there. He's like, stand there. So, all right. And then the guy then approached you again, right? And he put hands on you.
Bro, he told me to back up. And I was like, I am backing up. I'm going in my house. And I'm like, going to sleep. Leave me the fuck alone. And then he said, I told you over there. And he pushed me. So then I'm like, dude, don't touch me. Like, don't put your fucking hands on me. Then he like went to push me again and swing like at the same time. And I just fucking gave him one.
And I saw your hands get tight. I was, oof.
Yeah, I gave him the one bop. And we like, you could slow the video down. He did catch me. I'm completely fine. No marks anywhere. But he caught me with a left hand right dead in the face. And I caught him with a right hand, like glanced him. And he went flying into my car. Like he was going down. I dropped him. But he hit my car and stayed on his feet. Then came running back at me, like fucking fighting. I wish my cousin Anthony had that little bit. He fucked it up. It was like glancing blows. And then I fucking catch him clean. He reaches up and grabs my hair. He tried to grab me. I body lock him, land and mount, and he had my hair like I had the ninja bun, bro. The next episode will be me at a barbershop getting this cut off. 100%. So when he had my hair and I was mounted on him, he was ripping with all his might, ripping my hair out of my head. So I was like, oh shit, he's about to sweep me over the top. So I grabbed his wrists and then was like, Anthony, start kicking this motherfucker. And Anthony, my cousin Anthony fucking ran in. And the whole time, when the video you see where I'm talking him off the ledge, I'm like, bro, the cops are right down the block. Like, leave me the fuck alone. I don't know the law in Florida. My cousin has gotten in many fights here, and he's been arrested. So I'm like, bro.
Well, couldn't you guys, I mean, technically, you guys could have shot him. He was on your property, right? In Florida?
Yeah.
Or is it be in your house?
Nah, on our property. He could fucking like, that's what's insane. At one point, he, like, punched my hood. Like, before anything happened with me, he was, like, attacking my car, and I looked at my cousin Anthony. I'm like, what the fuck do I do here? Like, do I tell the cops? Arrest him? He hit my car? Do I fucking run up to him now?
I get the cops that ran away?
Yeah, so I'm being, like, cool with it. You know what I mean? I'm like, leave it alone. And then he just, he got his comeuppance list.
So the cops came back, though, you said? The
cops pulled me off of him.
The cops pulled you off of him? You started laying some, like, ground and pound.
He had my hair. And I'm like, Anthony, get this fucking kid. My cousin Anthony fucking snuffed him and kicked him. He let go of my hair. I got one hand free, and I started snuffing him in the face. And then the cops ran up as my cousin Anthony and me were putting the beats to him, and the cops were like, don't hit him again. My cousin Anthony's a kid. So for him to jump in, it's not like two adults. You know, he's fucking...
Right.
And just fucking funny. Just funny.
Well, he dropped the phone. He was definitely nervous.
It was just so funny. Like, hindsight, like, in the moment, it's like, wow, I can't believe this shit's going down. But hindsight, you know, I'll post the video somewhat. The one thing that you can slow down and see is you can see me and the guy trade punches. He hits me dead in the face. I hit him dead in the face. He goes flying back. I go forward. So that was my moment in the fight where I was like, all right, I still got it a little bit.
What was that?
And then,
night?
Last night. And then even when he reached... Last night at 2:00 in the morning, when he reached for me, and he initiated the grappling. I caught him with a punch, and he initiated the grappling.
Most people, when they get in fist fights that don't know how to fight, initiate grappling.
Yeah, and he got
body locked. They don't know how to grapple either.
Bro, the craziest thing too is like I hit even. You know how in boxing especially they'll say like when you land a shot you can't look at your work. You know what I mean? I hit him with one punch that I was like, how the fuck did he eat that? You know what I mean? And then I went, oh shit, he's still alive. You know, like, bro, I hit him with like a clean one. And then, so after the fight, I'm like, what the fuck? My nose was leaking a little bit right here. I have like a little tiny nick. So I'm like, oh man, how bad is that? I'm like, he better be fucking bleeding. And then I look at him and his whole fucking like lip was all fucked up. He was like spitting out blood on the grass. So I was like, all right, I at least got him. And then my cousin Anthony was arguing with him after the fight because I leave. I hit someone or anytime I've ever been in a fight, I run. I take off. I'm not going to be there for the cops. I'm not going to be there for the story. So right here, I was like, what the fuck do I do? I walked back in the house. So then my cousin Anthony, while the cops were... The funny thing too, so the cops didn't want to deal with this guy. They left him. I beat him up, wrestle him on the ground. I have him mounted. Then they ran up like, don't hit him again. They rolled him right over, handcuffed him, knees, you know, and fucking snatched him up. And then
so you're like a hero.
I'm the neighborhood hero, yeah.
Oh.
But then the worst thing is even these people are still here partying. They're probably coming back tonight. So this podcast might end spectacularly. We'll see. But yeah, this kid came. He wanted to smoke, and he got dealt with. So I should have fucked him up worse. I honestly should have fucked him up worse.
You defended yourself. You did what you had to do.
But bro, I've been in that situation when I'm drunk and I might try to hurt someone, but when I'm sober, I don't want to hurt nobody. He wasn't being malicious towards me. Then he put his hands on me. Then he pushed me. Then he swung at me, and I was like, all right, that's too many strikes. I got to fucking let this kid have it. That first right hand where me and him traded punches and I sent him flying, I missed his button I missed his button by that much. He did a stanky leg and bounced off my car. Like I dropped him. The car held him up. I missed his button by that much. That was the punch that I was like, damn, he took that? All right. I got to fuck this kid up a little bit.
Hey, you're no spring chicken anymore.
No. Even that. So I'm used to sizing up lightweights my whole life. Now I'm this bigger fucking dude. I was like, oh, this guy's definitely bigger than me. Then I see the videotape. I'm like, we are exactly the same size. I'm fatter. I'm bigger than him. Oh, no. But
how's your fitness journey going?
Slowly but surely. I'm still fat, but I'm working on it. You know, Every day is a struggle when you're fat. Getting skinny again. How's the jiu-jitsu journey going?
It's going pretty good. I just gotta start. I'm learning moves. I'll learn a new move and I'll try and hit it in live, moving around. But I just don't have enough reps on any of these moves. I need to grab a guy and just start repping out moves for an hour, twice a week.
Yeah. Oh, and then that's the funny thing too, is apparently this guy was from New York.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And then I go to other states. I've been in New Jersey. I got in a fight with New Yorkers. I've been in fucking Florida. I get in fights with New Yorkers. Like, what the fuck? They're out here just acting all fucking wild, and I'm over here trying to chill. And they're just like, no, I want to fucking fight this kid. It's like, please, just leave me alone. Please, just leave me alone.
Well, how long is your hair now?
It's long. Bro, that's what pissed me off. As soon as it happened, I said to my cousin, I was like, I got to cut my fucking hair. He had my hair in a way that made me feel uncomfortable. Like, he was ripping my hair. He had my hair and was about to fucking, he was controlling my head completely.
Yeah, but you're growing it to donate it to charity.
Yeah, but if it's going to affect me in a street fight and I'm going to lose a fucking fight.
You're in your 30s. You shouldn't be getting street fights.
You saw that, though. That, I have a very good case there. I was just defending.
I don't know. But, or keep it on the feet. I don't tell you.
My only
you
option. You
shouldn't be getting a haircut for street fights.
Bro, my only.
That's insane.
No, just because of that happening. And if it ever I don't street fight, bro. But.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. I don't start shit. I don't start shit, but I will punch someone if they're being disrespectful or they try to fucking punch me. Real quick.
Yeah, can we talk about your setup? What are you doing here? What?
I have a job here. I have a pretty
on my bed. What's going on, Stan?
I'm set up on the bed because this is just how I do the quick setup. I would have set up outside by the pool, but I bought a long ass Ethernet cord so that way I can hook directly to the modem, so we don't have the lag problems and shit anymore. And I'm just chilling.
Yeah, in my head, I'm like, what's going on here?
This is the quick setup. This is the main.
You should have your pajamas on too, or or just underwear on, one or the other.
Naked with a cup showing right here.
Yeah, no shirt on. Just tell people you're naked. Yeah.
Lance Palmer's waiting to come on. He was like, clothing optional. I was like, yeah, sure. So we just gotta shoot that shot. But what happened this past weekend? What was the big fight?
The last weekend was.
Oh my God, Bilal. Poor guy.
Yes.
The homie Bilal. You saw the picture that Dana posted?
Saw the picture.
It was, what's his name? Leon Edwards, under the eyebrow. At first I was like, oh no, that looks like a punch. And then I was like, oh no, his finger's completely in his eye. So yeah, that shit was pretty bad. Then I have another terrible thing. So after this fight, I had my wallet, but now I can't find my wallet. And then I couldn't even sleep because my adrenaline was going because I was like, I can't believe I just got into a random fight with my fucking, what's it called, Airbnb neighbor in Kissimmee, Florida. And I'm just chilling in Kissimmee. This is just a stop on Stanley's journey. I'm just up here for some work and some chilling, and Yeah. I'm about.
Why was Eric Anders and Darren Stewart a no contest?
I did not watch.
Okay.
Terrible journalist.
Edit that out.
Yep.
Dan Eag had that knockout.
Wow, Dan Egan.
Crushed Gavin Tucker.
Gavin Tucker.
First round.
Gavin
Quick,
Tucker.
that was like early exchange.
Gavin Tucker's. It was actually like a really clean short right hand.
Yeah.
You know me. I've always been a big Dan Egan fan.
Yep. And then my guy Misha Serkinov, like he crushes my boy Pat. I'm like, this guy is a god, and he is on a little bit of a streak. No,
Losing streak.
yeah.
I could see that. He got to that point where it's like there's no easy fights. He won that one fight that put him in the upper echelon. Now there's no easy fights. Oh man, the heartbreaker for me. I love what's her name too, Angela Hill, but
How'd that fight?
Ashley Yoder was just a step behind Angela Hill the whole fight.
All striking?
Striking, grappling. Angela Hill was fucking on point. Illegal knee. Eric Anders, Darren Stewart was an illegal knee. That's why it ended in no contest.
Why is that a no contest but Aljamain wins?
Because enough time. Because they told
it wasn't intentional?
Yeah, it wasn't intentional. They were telling Petr Yan he's a downed opponent. But then even there's a language barrier. Like Herb Dean saying he's a downed opponent in English. The fuck does Petr Yan
but like, listen, man. It's gone over
in the
before you fight. Listen, this is down. This is not. And, Frank Hickman hit me up tight. He's like, you fucking boy Aljamain. He's a fucking pussy. He's an actor. Like, I'm like, whoa. Dude. Hang on, ready for this? I'm no, like, whatever. I'm taking that W.
That was
I'll fight him again for a lot of money. But, like, to be a tough guy, right? And be like, no, like.
Well, both of those fights, Aljamain ate that knee. He might have went out and just got TKO because he was definitely compromised. Like
sure.
Bilal Muhammad could have went out and could have said, I could see fine, went out. He probably would have got fucked up. He was definitely compromised,
Right. But yeah, Aljamain's getting a lot right there. Like everyone's comparing him to Anthony Smith.
What did Anthony Smith do?
Anthony Smith, I think John Jones hit him with like a fucked up knee or something like that, and he continued still.
Yeah.
Like he took the time and then he came back.
Anthony Smith could have become champion. Yeah.
Over John Jones.
Jones. But he chose to be a man about it. Not saying Aljamain didn't. That's what they're saying,
Well, ready for this?
Aljamain
so see that you forgot all about it. You forgot all about that happened to Anthony Smith.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where Aljamain will now, for the rest of his life, be a champion. Or you know what I mean? Whether he wins the next one or not, he will at least have held the belts. Also, on top of that, get paid 2 times as much as if he, tried to muscle through it and figure it out. You know what I mean? And put that second earning, up for grabs.
And ultimately, all that matters is the end result. So
Third thing. When you're in there in a fucking fist fight, and listen, I saw the fight, he wasn't comfortable. So, and that's why like a lot of guys ball up and fucking they want to get the fuck out of the fight. Not necessarily that.
Who wasn't comfortable?
They're not necessarily rocks. That was.
Wait,
it was a win-win, I think.
Who wasn't comfortable? Aljamain?
Yeah.
The scorecards for that fight, I think if Aljamain would have took a point deduction, like he had a ways to win that fight. It was close. It was 2-1. One judge had Aljamain winning 2-1.
Right, but the other 2 didn't.
Yeah, but I thought those rounds were close.
So.
No?
What?
Those rounds were close, no?
Yeah, they were, but I mean, listen, Aljamain's my boy. The pace he went out there and put, he wasn't able to keep up. He wouldn't have been able to keep it up like he was for 5 rounds. And you know,
Who wins the rematch?
I mean, I hope Aljamain is like wrestle, like he just starts cracking down on wrestling setups because I would like to see how that fight goes if Aljamain is able to get him to the ground and secure him.
Petr Yan.
But I mean, on the feet, Petr Yan looks like he was winning.
Even the wrestling, I thought Petr Yan's wrestling looked fucking amazing. Like he had Aljamain taunt. Aljamain's a really good wrestler. We saw even the match against RBY. Like, he's really good. He's underrated, if you will. And Petr Yan was like, not today. Not today.
Yeah. I think Petr Yan is definitely a problem. But I mean, listen, and my buddy said, that Petr Yan might have thrown the knee because he was frustrated with Aljamain hanging out on his knees. The old, for. Well, listen, man, I tell you what, that might be a strategy for the rematch. Come out like John Jones on like a tripod, like sliding the knee, hand on the ground, like, yo, hop up every once in a while, throw a few punches, hop back down.
What if Petr Yan goes, I fucking hate this kid, and just kicks him in the face and loses by DQ again? And Aljamain beat Petr Yan twice by DQ. That's like, you ever see Riddick Bowe?
Well, the thing is all right, let's say Aljamain beats Petr Yan, right, in the rematch. Who would they give Aljamain next? I think Aljamain beats whoever they give him next.
They give him Sandhagen. Rematch with Sandhagen. Or they could, because of name value, throw Aldo in there. He is coming off a win against Marlon Vera.
Excuse me. Yeah, but I mean, I think he could beat, the rest of the division. I think Petr Yan, I think he's got to come into this rematch with a different approach.
So we're going for a shorty this week, but Derek Brunson versus Kevin Holland this weekend is a good card. Go over this quickly, then we'll touch on those announcements that I think were made today about they're going to bring fans back.
Yeah, to Florida.
So on this card, let's see. Those JP buys and Cheyenne buys, I guess the married couple is fighting. That's interesting.
Are they both fighting?
Both fighting.
They keep selling them as like a couple, huh?
Yeah, they're really going hard with that.
I don't see there it is, JP.
Man, so that's got to be tough too. If they're like, all right, you guys want to be cute and both be fighters, we're going to have your husband fight first. And then we're going to throw him a really hard opponent. And then when he loses, or if he loses, you're going to have imagine dealing with that shit. That probably is tough fighting with your spouse. Like, do you celebrate when you win? Or are you like, I won because I'm married to you?
What do you mean? If one loses, one wins?
If one gets fucked up and then you go home with like a crazy knockout, you're like, that was because of you. And then they're probably miserable. But there's some good ones. Trevin Giles versus Roman Daladiz.
Well, who do you got? Throw out some random ones and we'll...
Well, let's go with the ones we care about. We'll go Trevin Giles, Roman Daladiz. Who do you think wins that one?
Giles?
Daladiz. Grant Dawson versus Leandro Santos. Leandro Santos is that guy who fights once a year, but has like some big wins. He beat Anthony Rocco Martin. He beat Kevin Lee. He's currently on a...
I'll go with him. Santos.
Yeah. He's pretty tough, but he's old as fuck. He's 41. 41 at 155. I'm going to go with Grant Dawson to pull off the upset.
Okay.
Marion Renault versus Macy Chiasson.
I've never seen Macy fight.
Which one would I rather? Macy. Macy. I'll go with Macy all day. And then we got Cheyenne Buys versus Montserrat Ruiz.
I'm gonna go with Cheyenne.
Yes, I'm gonna go with Cheyenne as well. Let me see Montserrat Ruiz. She don't look bad.
Max Griffin kind of looks like if Drake was a fighter.
Yes, Max Griffin versus Keenan Song.
I'm gonna go with Max Griffin.
I'm gonna go with Keenan Song. Adrian Yanez versus Gustavo Lopez.
Adrian.
Okay, I like that. I'm going with Adrian off of that. That alone. Your boy Tai Tuivasa versus Dontel Mayers.
Tai Tuivasa all day long.
What are the odds on that? I'm gonna message him once you knock this fucking chump out. Come on and celebrate with some shoeys because I think he has to go into quarantine after this.
Why?
Because he goes, unless he's staying in America. If he has to go back home to Australia, he has to quarantine for like fucking 2 weeks. Unless he's in America training right now. What'd you just ask me? The odds?
Yeah.
Let me see. But yeah, like I'm just here. I'm just trying to chill, and I got to worry about gangbangers coming back and fucking.
Yeah, I like that.
Shooting me or stabbing me because I fucking punched some kid. I've never thrown the first punch at anyone in my life.
All right, easy. Anyways.
I'm just saying, dude. I'm scared. Nervous. I should be. I know. Fucking. Why am I not finding this?
Well, it's irrelevant.
Is it irrelevant? What fight were you asking? You were just asking the odds on the Tai Tuivasa fight. All right, I got them. I got them for you. Tai is a 2-1 favorite.
What about Gregor?
Your boy Gregor is a 2.5-1 favorite. So I'm going Tai as well. Hopefully we can get him on for some shoeys finally. I've been playing phone tag with him forever. So what happened last time is, he goes into quarantine for like 2 weeks, and he said they wouldn't bring him beers last time. So he was in a bad mood.
Yeah, I'd be red hot.
And he's like, I'm not coming on while you cunts are drinking and I can't drink.
Yeah.
Your boy Gregor Gillespie is back to fight Brad Riddle.
Yeah, we're going to see. Because, Brad Riddle is a good striker.
He's tough. He's a scrappy grappler, and he's a good striker. But
I don't think him working with the Hickman brothers is going to be enough for Gregor Gillespie training.
Kevin Lee caught Gregor.
Yes.
Gregor beats Kevin Lee 8 times out of 10.
Yes. So I hit up Frank. I said, hey, your boy is fighting Gregor. Does your boy get head and arm choke or ground and pound? Or does your boy catch Gregor? And then he said it's going to be a good scrap. And I was like, if I'm training someone, I've been training someone, and I see what they're doing, I'm like, yo, it's this. Unless you don't really believe. Like, whenever LaFleur fight, I'm like, LaFleur's going to fuck him up.
It's hard to stop what Gregor does. Like, in the Kevin Lee fight, he was having success in the striking. He went away from what he does. Were they
the main event of that fight?
No. They were one of the early fights on the pay-per-view card.
Okay.
But Gregor is really good on the feet. Gregor is phenomenal grappling, wrestling. So he could make it a 50-50 fight with Brad Riddle on the feet, or he could maul Brad Riddle until Brad Riddle breaks, which I think, unless you know how this can go with fighting, sometimes getting clapped like that, you might be like, oh, wait, can I take a shot still? Or, like, ooh. That thing was
He did take a year off.
That thing whizzed by me, but Gregor has that back pocket of blast up.
Yeah. He did take a year off, and the sparring that we were doing over at Belmore Kickboxing isn't like, let's get some feelers. Like, we were trying to knock each other out all the time. You know what I mean? So it's not like
Was that the
You
first
know,
time?
he would probably start shying away from shit in training, right?
Yeah, that was the first time.
I mean, I haven't said I've seen the training, but I'm just saying.
But we know this very well. If anyone knows how to compete, it's Gregor.
Yes.
Like how to just kind of clear that mechanism, clear that past what happened last time, and go out there and.
Yeah.
But yes, we're obviously going Gregor, but Brad Riddle's tough. He's no joke. So
Here's what I'm thinking, Bus. Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the $200 you have from me, we throw that on Gregor. We try to make it bigger to throw it on Ben Askren.
Okay. It's one of those things. Like, how is Gregor going to be? Because Gregor's safest bet you could make before the Kevin Lee fight. Like, you know that so well. Like, Kevin Lee's phenomenal. Kevin Lee's really good. Kevin Lee's top 5. But Gregor was going to beat him. Like, Gregor's really fucking good.
Yeah.
Especially,
well, I mean, we'll see. Every fight starts standing up.
Especially once the cage door closes. Like we've talked about in the past, like Gregor in the training room versus Gregor in the fight. Yeah. Once the competition's on are two different.
Gregor's only problem, like, that I've seen is when he throws his combinations, he's very robotic. There's no, like, fluidity in it. Like, it's just like...
very focused on the technique. Like, trying to just get it out.
Yeah, but without, like, with minimal, like, head movement. Like,
well, that's the thing, too. Like, if you've seen that highlight that UFC put out, he's always had a great chin, Gregor, so...
Right, like, but let's get away from testing that, you know?
He ate everything of that right hand and that kick from Kevin Lee. Everything of that kick. So that's going to knock anybody out, especially right in the right. But main event, Derek Brunson, Kevin Holland.
Kevin Holland's on this, like, uptick, right?
Yeah.
People are hype on this kid.
People are hyped on him. Especially he just beat Jacare, so that's like, oh, you're in the big time now. You just beat a fucking legend, a top 5.
Yeah.
I don't think Jacare's ever been out of the top 5.
Brunson's last?
I think Brunson's coming off a win. Brunson's actually looked really good lately with the Sanford training.
Since he went to Sanford, right?
Yeah, he's coming off a Elias Theodoro win, Ian Heinisch win, and then he TKO'd Edmund Shabatsian.
What?
He's actually he's long overdue to come on Menace and the Man. And he said that Dennis needs to shoot him a text message.
I'm gonna go with Brunson, just because I like him better. For betting reasons, whoever's the underdog, I think I would put money on.
I think Brunson's going to be the underdog. I've only met Brunson. Brunson is the underdog, plus 150. So, oh, thank you. Are you a Chick-fil-A guy, Menace?
Gosh, yeah, I've eaten it.
Well, I'm going to try to work on
pretty good.
I'm going to get Chick-fil-A as a sponsor one day, hopefully.
All right. Well,
but are you excited for those fights?
This weekend?
No, I'm going Derek Brunson as well, just because I like him. But those fights,
Can you stop chewing? Are you kidding me? We're doing a show. We're going to be done in like 2 minutes.
April 24th, Jorge Masvidal versus your boy Marty. The rematch.
April what?
24th, I believe.
Okay.
And they're going to do it in Florida in front of fans.
Okay.
Sold out. Are you going to come down and if I can get tickets?
Yep.
When's the Ben Askren fight?
I don't know. April 17th, I think.
So right after Ben wins, we'll even buy scalp tickets because we'll have so much fucking money from Ben Askren winning. But Masvidal versus Usman, I don't know. I love Masvidal, but I don't think the rematch goes any different.
No, I think Usman wins.
So you know how it is. Like Usman obviously had a training camp, had better cardio for that fight because he had a longer training camp. But what's Masvidal gonna do with that
Right.
style. He's just going to be in better shape to have that same thing kind of happen.
Right.
You know what I mean? Get ragdolled a little bit. He'll just be a little
Yeah.
fresher. But he could catch Usman, so I'm interested. I wanted it to be, I guess they needed another title fight, but they should have done, in South Florida, Colby versus Masvidal. Like Masvidal versus Usman is also that same thing. It's for the Battle of South Florida, but it's like, I just thought they have it, that gem of Masvidal versus Colby, and they're wasting it.
So I feel like Usman's just gone through everybody, right? Who else is there? Like, except for re-fighting people he's already beat.
Even that, the first fight, that wasn't the same Usman. I think Usman hit another level.
Like, Chimaev has to come out of retirement and move up the ranks, right? For new blood.
I mean, you tell me. I think even like mentally, Usman leveled up. Like to have to go into a fight with Gilbert the way that they have a relationship and fuck him up or win the fight like that. Like he definitely is like, all right, no, I could beat up anybody. I don't care if you're my friend. I don't care.
Usman's like built for this shit. Like he likes the bright lights. He likes the cameras. That brings him that makes him better. He's like same thing with Conor. Like the more lights and the brighter, like he gets better, you know.
And then Rose Namajunas is getting a title shot against the Chinese girl Weili Zhang. I don't know.
I would like to see the title come back to America just because I'm American.
Weili Zhang seems like a nice chick though. But yeah, I love Rose Namajunas. Apparently, I suck because I'm fucking up here, and I wasn't down at Sanford. Rose Namajunas came in to watch training one day. I wasn't there. Fucking 2 days later, I get told that Rose was there today. Oh, I didn't go that day. 2 days later, fucking Chuck Liddell comes in. Dropping the ball, bro.
All right, I gotta go. All
right, well, it was good seeing you.
Well, see you later.
Let's get some time.